Good morning, my name is Sofia Canasto and we're going to interview Manuel Felipe Rivero, who is an electrical engineer.
Hi, my name is Sarah. As far as we know, you are an electrical engineer. Am I right? Can you tell us why did you decide to study this?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm an electrical engineer. Well, the reason why I wanted to study that was because my dad was always really into it. He's also an electrical engineer, so he's always done stuff uh, related. And he got me started when I was a little kid. We always fixed everything at home, and I thought that was kind of cool. And I got more interested in that, and I started playing with different things. And I was like, oh, this is what I really like. So that was pretty much the reason why. And I also think I like creating things. I like doing my own things, and engineering, any engineering, and electrical engineering as well, is really good for that because you learn things and then you apply them, and then you're able to create things from scratch or use someone else's creations to create something different or contribute to your creation. So I think that's pretty cool.
Hi, my name is Lisa. When did you know that engineering was for you?
As I said before, I knew engineering was my thing since I was a little kid. I have a memory that I was playing, and this was back in the day when cell phones were really new. They were fairly new. And I have this memory where I was using a cell phone, probably for the first time. First time I saw one, and it was a new thing, and everyone was using these really big things. And I think my family came. It could have been my uncle. He had one, and it was really new, and no one knew how to use it. I think him. I think he was the only one, and I got it, and I played with it, and after like a few minutes, I was able to make a call, and I was calling, and then I hung up, and I gave it to him, and I was like, oh, I was calling this person, and he was like, what? So everyone was kind of shocked that I was able to do that. So I was like, oh, it looks like I'm really good at technology. And time went by, and I started learning things about technology, and I started learning how to create some things related to uh, engineering, electrical and electronics engineering. So that was it wasn't like I knew since the beginning, but it was like, oh, this is what I like, and I want to do something like this. And then it just clicked, and here I am.
Hello, my name is Martin Corrales. The first question is, at this moment, what do you work? What do you add to work? Do you like?
Right now, I work for a company called Waiter. I'm one of the co-founders, and it's been pretty cool. What I do right now is a lot of software development, software engineering. Um, so it's basically I write code. What I'm in charge of right now is writing code for the backend, so the app gets the data. I'm also in charge of a web application, which is the front end used at restaurants. And I also manage the server and some of the other services. We have a few hardware projects, but we haven't started uh, developing that. But it's something that I might be able to participate in the company.
Um, does your job allow you to have hobbies?
Yeah, I love it. We're a fairly small company, and it's been really tough because we're small. A lot of us have to have a lot of responsibilities, and the load is pretty big. But I think at the end, uh, it's fun because you get to make decisions that you probably wouldn't have at a big company, and you get to learn things from scratch, and you get to do it quickly because you need it. So I think that's one of the greatest things about working at a startup company. You have to act quickly, and you need to learn quickly, and you fail, and then you try again, and then you're able to learn from that, and then you succeed. So it's a pretty cool experience. I love it.
What do you do with your free time?
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to have a job that allows me to have hobbies. I get off work around 6, so I go at 6:30 almost every day. Um, I go and practice some of the things that I like. Right now, what I've been doing almost every day is weightlifting, the thing you see at the Olympics. Uh, it's pretty interesting. So I love doing that. I recently was doing CrossFit, and then that transition into weightlifting. And I also do from now and then BMX riding. That's something I was into uh, for a really long time, and I just don't do it as much right now because I realized it's a little bit of a risk sometimes. So I just look for a different hobby, and I try to focus all that will that I had into that sport, and it's been great. I think it's for everyone, and I think everyone should look into that.
Hi, my name is Santiago Gonzalez. You are a Colombian, right? How do you manage to get to the US? Do you think it's better there than here?
Yeah, well, the first time I came was in 2009. It was because the school, college. I was getting my bachelor's. I was trying to go somewhere else, and I talked to the international um office, and they told me about a program in Missouri. So I went there for a summer. That was the first time I ever went out of the state of Colombia. That was the first time I had exposure to a different language. So it was pretty scary. I didn't know. I mean, I knew English a little bit, just like anyone else in school. I think my school wasn't that great uh, on that part, so I knew very little. I came here and I found that it was really cool to be able to learn a new language. It's easier if you have a lot of friends here, so I started making friends. I realized that it was easier if you had a lot of friends, so I started to hang out with more people, and then I started to get better at English. Then I went back to Colombia, finished my bachelor's, and then I started looking at master's degree programs, and I found one here where I am. So I applied. I got in. I came, and I've been here for almost 3 years. It's been a really slow process. Just getting here. First, you have to live. If you don't know anyone, it's easier if you live at school, but that requires you to have roommates, and you don't have a car at first. So it's a very slow process that you go through. But it's really, you see how you're changing, and you see how you're learning to do things. You realize you're becoming more responsible. You realize that you're pretty much growing up. So I think the process is really cool, and I think everyone should do it. I do like it better over here. It's the safety is something that I like here. It's not the safest place in the world, but it's I think better in terms of safety. I like the fact that I can get anything, because there is stores that, like for instance, there is Amazon. You can online order anything you want, and it'll be here in like 2 days. So I love that. I love that I am able to be in a different culture. That's kind of important. I mean, it's just preference. I think it's not like it's better or anything. I think it's just better for me. I like it better here.
My name is Sarah, but as we can tell, you're not working only as an engineer. You do practice a lot of sports, am I right?
Yeah, as I said before, I do practice different sports. The main ones that I keep right now. I mean, I tend to do different things every day, or not every day, but from now and then. But I do like to have one or two that I always go to. That way, I can always get better and improve. And the ones that are there for me right now are BMX, and also weightlifting. So I do enjoy doing them as often as I can, which is almost it's quite a few times a week. I try to do something every day. I have a few days that I rest, or that I do something light, or I do mobility work or something like that. But I do like having sports that I can go to and just release some of that stress that you get from work and from different things. So I think it is important to have balance between how you grow intellectually, and also how you grow physically as well as mentally. But I think sports is something that connects those things, because it makes you keep a balance, and it makes you a more polished person, if you can call it that way.
Why did you decide to start practicing this sport?
Well, the way I got into sports was I met a friend back in Colombia. I met a friend that used to do BMX. I think he still does it, and he got me into it. It looked really cool. I never did sports or anything, and it looked really cool. It took me a while to learn because I had never done that. I've never done anything physical, so I was not in really good shape. I got into that, and then I started doing it for a long time. And then when I got here, I realized that in the States they have a different culture, and part of the culture is that sport or athletic culture that you have to. I mean, you don't have to, but it's very well seen if you practice a sport. And there is a lot of different sports that you can practice at a lot of different places, and it's a very important part of the day for many people here. So I think that's how I got into other sports, and that's how I got into doing them as often as I can, as I do right now.
Like a last question, what are your hopes and dreams for the future? I mean, right now you're working in the US, I mean, like in a company. Isn't that great? But I mean, like, what do you want to do when you grow up a little bit more, like when you're older? What are your hopes?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think I've been very lucky, and I've been receiving a lot of help for several years from my family and friends, especially my family though. It feels great to be able to be working here with a company that I helped found, that I'm a co-founder of. So that feels really good. My hopes are to be able to keep working here, make the company that I work for, that is called Waiter, a better, bigger company, and then just start growing or keep growing as a person here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to enjoy life, I guess. Nothing crazy right now that I'm dreaming about. I'm just focusing on working really hard on my job and my hobbies, and just keep growing as a person. I think it's important to have really big goals, but it's also very important to focus on the day-to-day, on the moment, and just grow slowly but surely.
Good morning. My name. Good morning. My name is Sofía Canasto, and we're going to interview Manuel Jose Rivero, who is a
Does your job allow you to have hobbies? If yes, what do you do?
Hi, my name is Santiago Gonzalez. Hello, my name is Santiago Gonzalez. I have a question. How you manage to live in the US?
Hi, my name is Sarah, but as we can tell, you're not only working as an engineer, right? You do. So in the last question, what are your hopes and dreams? I mean, right now you're working in a